What's up, gamers? Critical thinkers. Maybe not so critical thinkers. Alright, so I got a kind of different video for y'all today. I'm going to do some ribs. It's 4th of July, so why not, right? Um, so I'll be back and show you how I prepare them. Alright, so I got the ribs here. First thing you see is you got like this long little piece of meat here. We're going to cut that off. I don't know, you can, I don't know, I'll probably throw it on the grill. Make, I don't know, like a rib tip type thing. Watch out though, there's some bone right here. Alright, so some people remove the membrane. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Depends on my mood. I'm going to leave it on because I like it, because it gets a little crunchy. I like that. I like the texture, so I'm just going to score it a little bit to make it easier. When you bite into it, it rips off instead of pulling the whole membrane off. So I'm just going to score it a little bit. Okay, now we're going to start seasoning. Today I'm going to be using this, I'm going to be using this Gato blend by Fire and Smoke. I highly recommend this brand. I really like it a lot. So, and this one's salt, pepper, and garlic. So I won't need to add too much things. But I'm going to start with salt first, just to make sure that I get enough salt. Because a lot of people don't understand that salt is very important, and you want it to penetrate your meat to get flavor. Salt is not to make your food salty. It is to enhance and bring out flavors. So I'm going to start. The back you don't have to worry about too much, but I still season it. I'm not going to put too much salt because the blend I'm using has salt in it already, so we're just going to use a little bit of salt. And you're probably going, that's a lot of salt, but it's not. Trust me. Alright, I'm also going to use a little bit of paprika here. Get a little color. And a little tiny heat and flavor. Pat that shit in. Man, I'm seasoning this little motherfucker too. Don't have to worry about that too much. That's just a little. You throw that to your fucking dogs or something after you cook it. Alright, so now we're gonna start with the main seasoning. Shit, how do I get this fucking thing open? Alright. You want to put a good amount on here. We want to coat this bad boy. Get the sides too. Alright, we don't have to worry about the back too much. A little bit of that paprika. Alright, that's what it's going to look like after you season it pretty well. So now I'm going to put it in the fridge and get the fire going. See you out there. Looks like the temp is ready, so we're going to throw the ribs on. Alright, these bad boys are on. See you in a couple hours so we'll come back and spritz them. Alright, so they've been on for a few hours now. We're going to need a little spritz because they're looking a little dry. This is going to help with the bark. So let's go ahead. That little riblet right there. Yeah, so I'm using a beer. I'm using Yingling Lager. It's a really good beer, so I mean you can use water if you want. You can pretty much use anything, but I would recommend either a beer or like apple cider vinegar mixed with a beer or something like that. Or water's fine too, or shit, even apple juice or your favorite juice is fine. But yeah. So we'll be back in another hour to probably spritz again. Alright, we're back after another hour. Man, they're looking pretty nice too. Still got a little bit to go though, but we'll go ahead and spritz them again. This little riblet is probably done. I'll take that off in a minute. I'm using a Weber Smoky Mountain 18-inch. It's a nice little bullet smoker. Not too bad of a price either. It's pretty good for newbies. It's almost like a set and forget if you know how to set it up right. Which I might do that in another video on how to set this bad boy up. But yeah, it's the perfect way to learn how to smoke meat. And a little barbecue 101. Barbecuing, you know, there's no one true method. You know, there's no one way that's set in stone, you know, even to do it that way. Like some people will tell you to wrap after so many hours and da-da-da-da. Like, I'm not even going to wrap these, which, I mean, I have. It's fine. But you never wrap if you're going to wrap until you get a good bark. Because that is what barbecue is all about besides the smoke. Because you can't get bark with any other method. You can get a crust, but a crust is not the same thing as a bark. So, yeah. And that's what you want, is that bark, baby. So, alright, we'll be back. It's been about 4.5 hours. Let's see what tip they are. Oh, yeah, they're looking beautiful. Alright, let's check this bad boy. Oh, man, they're about done. Wow. Yeah, they're feeling really tender, too. I was running these a little bit hotter than most people do, which hot and fast is fine if you know what you're doing. I was running around like 275. Some people like to go 225, 250. So I'm probably gonna let these go like maybe just a little bit longer, 30 minutes, just get a little bit more bark. I'll be back. Alright, so I pulled them off about 5 hours. A decent little bark. I usually let them go longer, but they're done, and I don't want to overcook them. But not too bad. I should have put a little bit more seasoning to get a little more bark, but still really, really good. So I'm going to let them rest for about 20 minutes, and I'll be back with the, you know, the moment of truth, the taste test. So I let them rest for about 20 minutes, and I cut a few up, and this is what they look like. Ooh, nice. All right, so the moment of truth, baby. All right. Meat comes right off the bone. Delicious. Well, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and sub, and I'll be back, baby. Peace out. Love y'all.